As the pandemic restrictions are being lifted across the globe in a bid to save the economy, more and more people are gearing up to return to their workplaces. If you too are planning to go back to work after months of remote working, it can definitely be scary. After all, even as the restrictions are being eased, the numbers of novel coronavirus cases are multiplying with every passing day. Although stepping out may mean risk and anxiety for you and your family, but it has become the new normal. Thoughts of catching infection can be frightening, but we need to live with this for some time and adapt to the current situation. We must understand that if we are careful and conscious, we will remain safe. While many will be rejoicing in the lifting of restrictions, it does not mean life should be back to normal immediately. We'll still have to be cautious, maybe take more precautions than before and ensure that others around us do the same. Since a typical workplace will look very different in this pandemic, this video brings certain suggestive precautions you must follow to keep yourself safe. This video is structured in 4 parts listing suggestive practices before leaving home for work, when commuting to or from work, while at workplace, and when back at home. So let's start with the first segment, things to consider before leaving from home for work. Prepare your kit before you step out. We can call this the Cora kit. It must include a face cover or mask, hand soap, hand sanitizer, gloves, toilet seat sanitizer and tissue papers. But are all these items really necessary? Should they be carried every time to office? Well, let's take a look. Wear the face mask or face cover as much as possible, not only for filtering but also it'll keep you from touching your face too often. Carry hand soap in a small bottle, if your workplace has a soap bar. Carrying a hand sanitizer is important. You can use it whenever you can't wash your hands. Gloves are also important. Use these whenever you need to be dealing with shared items, like the office phone or the coffee machine. An item, easy to ignore, is a toilet seat sanitizer. You must use this before and after you use the shared toilet. You can even use it on the tap and the flush. Use tissue papers, to sneeze or cough into, to dry your hands and to turn off the sink tap. So, our Cora kit is ready. Are you ready to leave for office now?
Hey wait. Carry your own lunch, water bottle and required medications. If you are habitual of drinking tea and coffee, carry your own sachets to avoid loitering in the pantry. Make sure you are carrying all the frequently used items including earphones, mobile charger, power banks, laptop charger etc. This will ensure that you don't have to borrow and would prevent contamination.
Okay. You are ready for office now. But, make sure to wipe the high-touch areas of your vehicle before using it. All good. Time to leave for office. Let's now move to the second segment. Commuting to or from work. Wear your face cover and gloves as you travel. It is a must if you are using a public transport. Try to use a digital wallet to make all payments instead of dealing cash. If possible, you could request your manager to also allow you to move your shift timings enough, so you can travel to work and back during non-peak hours. Do not take off your face cover or face mask at any time, and keep your hands off the face. Do not stop to buy or collect anything on the way, unless absolutely needed. Avoid sharing your vehicle with others. Now we have reached the third segment of this video. Here we will discuss some important practices to be followed for safety at workplace. So you have now reached your office building. Let's think of some details. To reach your work floor, you may be required to either take stairs or a lift. Avoid using lifts whenever possible. And if you have to use it, do not touch the buttons with your hands. You can use your elbows to press the buttons of the lifts. Avoid using crowded lifts, or those with more than 3 people. You can wait for the next one. If you are using stairs, do not touch the railing. If you need to touch the railing for support, be sure to wash your hands as soon as you reach the floor. So now you have reached your floor and your work desk. Here are some tips that you can keep in mind. Do not remove your face covers at any point, and do not touch the outer covering of the mask. Disinfect your workstations properly before placing your laptop and mobile phone on it. If you have Office system allocated to you, then wipe down the mouse, keyboard and screen daily, with a paper towel and alcohol rub before you start work. Maintain a distance of at least 6 feet from others. Don't hug or shake hands with anyone, no one will think you're being rude. Come up with your own preferred greeting, like an elbow bump or a namaste. Take a break from your screen every 20 minutes for 20 seconds, so you don't feel the need to rub your eyes. Avoid using shared cutlery. If you really need to use office cutlery, try to wash it yourself. Avoid gatherings. That doesn't just apply to parties, weddings and temples, but also your cafeteria and conferences. Internal as well as client meetings should still be conducted via video conferencing as much as possible. Eat your lunch at your desk and make sure to wash your hands before and after. Keep disinfectant wipes handy. Do not form groups or sit together over a cup of tea or coffee. Remember, face masks and face coverings are only preventive methods, and not a foolproof solution. Just generally, avoiding being in a group of more than 4 people might be a good idea, until the rate of coronavirus infection slows down. Right. So we have now reached the final segment of this video, that is things to consider when you return home from work. When returning from work, again disinfect the frequently touched points of your vehicle. When you reach the door of your house, if possible, call someone who can unlock the door wide open for you. Before entering house, remove your shoes outside. Place your vehicle keys, mobile, watch, wallet, spectacles, office bag etc. in a tray, outside the home and disinfect each properly.
As soon as you enter the house, go straight to take a bath. Do not interact with anyone, or touch anything else before taking the bath. Put all your clothes in the washer. Wash the face covering properly or take out a different mask to use the next day. It is not advisable to use same face covers and face masks every day.
We sincerely hope following these small precautions would help you stay safe while adapting to the work life. Remember, it is the new normal, and we need to be cautious and not be afraid of this situation. Stay safe, stay healthy.